No public comment.
Okay, I just started the.
Chief.
Okay, we're all set.
Are we all set? Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Trustee Cheney?
Here.
Trustee Foster? Here. Mayor Newhart?
Here.
Trustee Calora?
Here.
Trustee McKnight?
Here.
Isabel Hayes?
Here.
Thank you, Raina. May I have a motion for the acceptance of the minutes of August 3rd, 2026?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And a motion to accept the following reports. July 2026, the Clerk's Office and Tax Collection Report, Treasurer's Statement of Revenue and Expenditures, Justice Department, Planning Department, Building Department, and Department of Public Works, including the Department of Public Works June 2026 report. All reports are on file in the Clerk's office.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And may I have a motion for authorization to pay all approved and audited claims in the amount of $509,848.52?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And police report. Please step up to the podium.
Need my extra eyes here. So I do have a few things for you tonight. First of all, last Friday, the second session of the Junior Police Academy graduated at Mountain Lake Park. We had 25 cadets attending this session, and they were actually an outstanding group of 10 to 15-year-olds. Over those 2 weeks, as in every session since 2022 when this began, our school resource officers have scheduled fire safety with the Warwick Fire Department, life-saving and CPR class with Kelly Pickle, who is one of our dispatchers and also a longtime member of the Pine Island Ambulance Corps, a tour of the Orange County Emergency Services Center that included a class on bicycle safety and a free new helmet for each of them, tours of the town services such as the court, police department, dial-a-bus, DPW, Humane Society. They learned self-defense at Chosun, wellness at Basu Yoga. They got a canine demonstration from Officer Kirshner and Canine Fritz, tactical lessons from our SWAT-trained officers, crime scene investigations from our detectives, courtroom procedures from the district attorney's office. In addition to that, we also had the Prevention Coalition do a 1.5 hour lecture on the dangers of cannabis and making good decisions. And then also they had a full day of team building and confidence training at Tree Escapes ropes course in Vernon, New Jersey. This was in addition to daily physical training, learning how to march in formation, and public speaking exercises in the classroom. To get all this done in 2 weeks, this wouldn't be possible without the support we get from Supervisor Dorian and the town board, and certainly Mayor Newhart and the village board, as well as our partner at the school district, Dr. Leach, who gives us a classroom, the grounds to train on, and transportation to all the activities that they go to. So it takes the entire community to make this happen, and all of this comes from the dedication of our school resource officers, who, because we want them in the school during the 10 months of the school year, we ask them to kind of reserve their time off when school's not in session, yet they still alter that schedule so they can put these two-week programs on. So again, it was a big team effort. We held our 5th annual National Night Out on August 4th in Memorial Park. This one by far was the largest turnout that we got, both from the public and from participation from all of our stakeholders. We appreciate the partnership that we have with the Prevention Coalition on this. We want to thank everyone who had a part in making this night successful. But since I see our DPW commissioner here tonight, we owe a special thanks to Mike and the DPW crew, because they help us before it, during it, and after it. And we certainly couldn't do it without them. So if you could pass that along to your men, I would. Thank you so much. Last Thursday, we welcomed back Officer Tyler Morella back to work. Also, Morella, who's a Master Sergeant with the Air National Guard based in Newburgh, began what was supposed to be a short deployment last October in Kuwait. Ultimately, he was extended several times until he was finally cleared to return home to his family in late June. We just want to extend our appreciation for his service not only to the town but to our nation, and we're grateful that he returned back safe and sound. There was an ice cream social that was held by the Alamo Sun River Health Center for their kids' summer program at Pine Island Elementary School. I went there, I go every year. The stories that these kids told us were very heartwarming, amazing. One of the kids who was there was in our first junior police academy class. He has since started, he's finishing up his first year at, I believe, SUNY Cortland for criminal justice.
Oh.
So to see that and see it go full circle, one of the things that they were very appreciative of this year was that they did get swim lessons at the town, at Mountain Lake Park, in the town pools, and we can't prove it, but we have no doubt that that is life-saving for them to be able to get that. So it was a good day to be out there. Last week we said goodbye to our chaplain, Joe Amaturo. Joe was our first chaplain. He began in 2024. He recently sold his house in Warwick and moved to Delaware. During Joe's time with us, he provided comfort to our staff and to the community. The board approved last week his replacement, which is Pastor John Lashaway from the Pine Island area. He's, I believe, the chaplain of the Pine Island Fire Department and the Warwick Fire Department. So he'll be a great addition to the program, and we'll keep it moving. And finally, our renovation project, it is moving quickly. We're into the front part of the station right now, which is our dispatch and lobby area. So we had to temporarily pause our drug take-back program for that box out there until the lobby's finished. So we're referring everybody to CVS on Main Street if they have any prescription medications that they want to discard.
Do they have a box there, or?
They take them.
They take them?
Yeah. So our first box was actually a program with CVS. We since went to a different company that just makes the disposal a little bit easier. But CVS is definitely a partner in the drug take-back program.
That's great.
And it should only be a couple weeks and we'll be back up and running.
Great, can't wait to see the final product. Yeah,
I believe the community center, the Prevention Coalition, has the packets that you can
the
mix
bags.
with water,
Yeah.
actually put the pills into the packets, put water in. So if you thought that would be helpful to you, you might want to reach out to them to get those to hand out to somebody instead of telling them to go to CVS.
Yeah. They also have the lock bags too, if you need those.
I'll reach out to Christine. She's always happy to help.
Yes.
That's all I have unless anyone has anything.
That's
from the
great.
board.
Yeah,
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you.
yeah, really good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
You know, I just want to make a comment because I was at both graduations, and it was great to see those kids, and your program has been so successful. I think it really has made its mark, and it's really going to give these young men and women, I think, a lasting memory, but impression and direction in some ways. And so I want to thank you for that. And I believe it was a program that you brought to us, or to our town.
I've seen it in other departments.
Yeah.
Certainly. So a home for it here.
Yeah, and that's great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next. We have an announcement. But before we do that, let's see. Actually.
Costume change?
You ran it?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what is this for? Besides being an incredible clerk, but it's because she's an incredible clerk. So the announcement reads, the village clerk, Raina Abramson, has earned the designation of Certified Municipal Clerk, CMC, from the International Institute of Municipal Clerks. The designation recognizes the completion of rigorous educational requirements and a significant contribution to local government, community, and state. And yes, you have, and thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you for your support of my education, and I couldn't do it without Jen Mancy, the deputy clerk, to be there when I can't be, and all the wonderful clerks that I've met, and the Association of City and Village Clerks through the New York State. I was awarded a scholarship for this last training that I was at in July, which was wonderful, and I've met so many wonderful professional people in the field and got their perspectives from both cities, towns, and villages. So thank you all for allowing me to do this.
It's wonderful.
And you are recognized throughout the state, as one of the best clerks.
Well, that is something.
And I get the, because I get the feedback from other mayors and from other clerks, and they're like, oh.
Well, that's
Raina, we
Raina.
know Raina.
Don't leave us.
Well, I tried.
So,
Thank you so very
we're-
much.
We're very, very lucky to have you,
Yes.
Thank you.
very honored. Let me put that on the,
Okay.
yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
put it over here.
yeah,
and we'll
let's put it
handle
in- yeah, it's kind of
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, we can't see Tom.
I was gonna suggest you move it down here.
It's pretty fragrant, actually.
Yeah, it smells good.
Yeah. Okay, so under discussions this evening, we have the Warwick Wiener Company here in person. A proposal from Michael Mosher regarding the use of village-owned parking spaces in the Chase lot and referral of the proposed project to the Town of Warwick Building Inspector for required permits. And Mr. Mosher, thank you for coming this evening. We appreciate you being here.
Hard act to follow both of us. Good evening, I represent the Warwick Wiener Company, and we are trying to open up a hot dog style food stand in the old caboose on South Street. Part of the plan is though to make a walk-up window on the bank parking lot side, and to do that, I would need to acquire the 2 parking spots that the village owns in the front of the Chase, in front of the caboose, and to construct the deck. The deck would be freestanding, would not touch the caboose in any way, and if it needed to be removed, could be removed. I'm working with Dave Waglam. He said that hopefully he can design the deck where it doesn't even have to have footings into the pavement. I am shooting to open for Applefest. I don't know if that affects anything your desires. You're looking at me crazy too.
Do you have a,
It
do you-
is a endeavor we decided to take on. The caboose is lonely and needs some kind of attention, so
Yeah.
what the heck.
do you have a design
I
plan?
have a sketch of kind of what we want to do. Those would be the windows, the 2 concession windows. There'll be a deck, that's the flooded out parking spots that
Yeah.
I'm looking to
I was gonna mention too, I know you mentioned this in your letter, Mike, but these, parking spots seem to always be flooded.
My daughter came up with a design for our logo.
Oh, my
I
God.
love it.
It's a good logo.
I love the train trucks.
We have approached the Department of Health, so far so good. It's gonna be timing a lot, because I probably have to bring all the equipment in through the windows, so that's a consideration.
Wait, what do you mean?
You ever look, the
You've ever
caboose
been in the
is quite
caboose?
tight in the front
I've been
and
in
back
there,
to get in
yeah.
there with those rails.
Yeah.
So in order to bring the equipment in, I'm gonna
That's
coordinate it
great.
so that when those windows are being put in, the
Oh,
sliders,
okay.
I'm gonna bring everything through the windows at that time. With that, I'm asking that Mr. Rudzinski is not the inspector on the project, because I don't want any kind of misconception of improprieties. I've known Boris a long time, and I wouldn't want to put him in that position, but not that I'm gonna do anything that would require any kind of question, but I just want to be upfront with everybody.
So there's no COI, you're saying?
Certificate of
You said
occupancy.
somebody else
Conflict
would
of
have to.
interest. Yeah,
somebody
you
else would
want
have to
somebody
do
else
it.
to do it because potential conflict of
Uh,
interest. That makes sense.
We're using the town building inspector, yeah. I had a question. Where will the stairs be to get to that deck?
If you're looking at the front of the caboose now, standing on South Street, right along the side of the caboose now, everything's gonna be right in a 4-foot line straight along, it's just literally a foot outside of the fence that's standing there now. And then I would put the fence back on the outside so that they can hang their banners and like they normally do.
Thanks.
This is an adorable idea, because
Thank you.
Caboose is lonely. I've been hoping that something happened in it
I'm trying to
for
give it a
quite
try.
some time.
So your request to us is to rent the 2 spaces.
2 parking spots out in
parking-
front of there.
Right. What do you, legal eagle,
Yeah,
think
I mean-
about that?
Who owns the caboose, the village or
No,
the
The
chamber?
chamber.
The Chamber of Commerce, and he'll be
But
renting.
that's separate.
That's
Yeah, sign
separate.
a lease with the chamber.
And the village owns the entire Chase parking lot?
Not yet.
Right, okay.
But we rent it. It's,
We have a lease and so we're allowed to basically
Sublease
operate
it?
the parking lot. We sell spaces in the lot, and this would be kind of a similar, I would think, sale or relationship with
The other spots, right?
the other spot, yeah.
Sell meaning like, or do you mean lease?
it's a permit.
Okay.
People get a permit for a year.
They don't-
So it's a year
Okay.
cost that,
So then, yeah, it could follow a similar model of what already exists, but this would be operating like all the time or just more seasonally?
More seasonally.
Okay.
Yeah, it has no heat right now. I
Yeah.
don't anticipate having time to put heat in it this year.
Yeah,
I'm not saying things in the future might not change, but right now I'm looking to get hot dogs and drinks out and relatively quick fast.
yeah. So we could just put that in the lease that it would, you know, only be for a limited term, subject to, you know, maybe something different in the future. If you could send me existing leases or permits that you have for other spots. and we
sure,
can
yes, we can.
Just kind of hone it to
Okay,
match this.
And
okay.
you're not altering the spaces, right? You're just putting something that can be
Removed.
picked
Yeah,
up.
like,
Those spaces are really interesting because I myself have never
Yeah.
wanted to park in them because they
Right.
don't feel like
Yeah.
they
Well,
should be there.
And I think originally they were for when the chamber was at the caboose. Though,
They
so
were
they
for
had 2
the use of the
employees, so they
caboose,
the
yeah.
employees could park right outside.
Yeah, because usually people are not parking there because of the,
Flooding.
It's wet.
well, it's wet, but also it doesn't feel like real parking spots.
Yeah.
Like it actually feels like,
It kind of sticks out a bit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we can put reflectors on the edge of the fence to make sure that, but there'll be the fence will go back up.
I don't have any issues.
I'm excited.
As far as the garbage goes, you responded to my question that I sent you. But my concern is more bears, vandalism, squirrels, you name it. And so how would you plan on securing it?
I'll build a locking hatch container in the back corner. I want to keep it in that back corner,
Okay,
and yeah, that's fine. I can handle
yeah,
it.
good,
But I'm gonna use the ranges because they're the same colors as my wagon.
that's fine.
And there hasn't been any issues so far, right? Because doesn't Sustainable Warwick keep their compost there?
That's right.
There
in
haven't been any,
containers,
as
yeah.
far as I know, there haven't
They're
been
gonna,
any.
Well, but that's gone by the following morning.
DPW picks it up Monday morning, cleans the bins out, and then now we will start returning them on Friday so that they're back in time for,
Okay.
not to mix business with pleasure.
good. Okay, I think
Thank you very much.
we're on board.
Makes sense.
Thank
All
you.
aboard. Okay,
Have a good night.
thank you. And now we have the moment we all look forward to, public comment.
Brace yourself, Mary.
I know, right? Mary's good.
Mary's doing great.
Thank you.
Okay, for the record.
Yes,
Okay.
I think Mary's doing
Very good. Okay, we'll move on to motions, and trustee Cheney.
Number one, motion to grant permission to Village of Warwick employee Michael Moser to carry over 5 vacation days.
Second.
Yeah, he's gonna need the time to work on it. Yeah, I know, really.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve an interfund transfer in the amount of $878,750 from the Waste Facility Reserve Fund to the Capital Projects Fund for wastewater treatment plant upgrade project contract 2A general construction, payment application 1 from W.M. Schultz Construction.
Second?
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve payment request number 1 in the amount of $878,750 to W.M. Schultz Construction for work associated with the contract number 2A general construction for the wastewater treatment plant upgrades project as recommended by the village engineer Barton and LaJudas. Funds are appropriated in budget code H.1440.2000.
Second.
Quick
Yep.
discussion.
Mhm.
As the construction proceeds, would it be possible to have the contractor or someone come in and speak to the board and talk to us about progress and
I think that
maybe
would
the
be
engineer
the
who's
engineer.
inspecting?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
engineer.
yeah, actually,
Yeah,
that
it'd be
would be
Barton
better.
and Judas.
Okay.
I think we're ready for one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because now we're seeing a lot of money go out, and so it'd be good to know, like, how it's going from their perspective, and then, can you remind me of the schedule for the construction again?
18 months.
18 months, so I'm wondering, like, maybe it's like a quarterly update to the board? Would that be possible?
I mean, we have weekly
Updates, progress
with
meetings,
the
but that's,
contractor and the engineer.
but the board
Okay.
needs to know.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Just, yeah,
Yeah.
That's good,
I
I
mean,
mean,
any
I know
board-
you're paying attention to it and
Any
stuff, it's
board
just,
member would, yeah, any board member welcome to sit in on any of those meetings. They're usually Tuesdays at 10 a.m.
Mhm.
it also might just be good for the public to
Yeah,
kind of
oh, yeah,
hear and
Yes, of course.
how things are going.
So we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 4, motion to accept the quote estimate from TAM Enterprises dated July 15th, 2026 in the amount of $34,980 to remove sludge from an abandoned digester at the wastewater treatment plant to continue the construction at the new wastewater treatment plant. This is an emergency purchase as a result of unanticipated circumstances. Funds are appropriated in budget code G.8120.4400.
Second?
I'm just curious what the emergency
Well,
was.
it would probably be a
Is it
change order
timing?
with the contractor and delay the contractor, which could result in additional charges from the contractor for delay.
It's hazmat, right, so they can't,
It's not hazmat, no.
okay.
No.
Oh, interesting.
It's just old sludge.
Yeah, I guess when they stopped using that tank, I don't know whether it was cleaned out or not, or whether there was sludge in the bottom, but somehow it refilled, and nobody knew it. Nobody looked at it. Our DPW, our contractor, the engineer, nobody. And we would have had to pay to have it done anyway.
Of course,
It's
yeah.
just a matter of it, being a kind of surprise, oops.
Yeah,
Do
glad
we know
type
how
of
it
thing.
refilled? But it doesn't matter, because
Yeah,
it's being changed
It's
over
there,
anyway?
We expect it was through precipitation. There could be cracks in the bottom with groundwater getting in. But- And
Glad I wasn't the one that opened that lid.
it wasn't too bad. Yeah. And, so basically, where this tank is, there are abandoned pipes that we have to get out of there. There's a grip vortex that's being installed in that location, and the sludge air piping has to pass through that location. So it was like, oh, we're ready to move, we're ready to get this thing out of here, we're ready to demo it, and it was like, nope, can't. So- And this is, the costs are based on unit prices. Hopefully, the actual units that are involved will be less, so it will come in under the estimated amount, but no guarantees in that regard.
Okay. Any other questions? We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve an interfund transfer in the amount of $34,980 from the Waste Facility Reserve Fund to the Capital Projects Fund for the wastewater treatment plant upgrade project to remove sludge from an abandoned digester at the wastewater treatment plant to continue the construction at the new wastewater treatment plant as per the quote estimate from TAM Enterprises dated July 15th, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
6, motion to approve payment number 2 in the amount of $5,320 to Fanshawe Inc., doing business as Rockland Electric, for the relocation of the Maple Avenue Booster Station project as per recommendation of Village Engineer Barton and LaJudas. Funds are appropriated in budget code H.8320.2000.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 7, motion to approve amendment number 3 dated July 31st, 2026 to the agreement for engineering services with Barton and LaJudas, DPC, for the lead service line inventory program and associated amendment number 2 executed by the village on November 6, 2024, and authorize the mayor to sign the amendment. Amendment number 3 transfers the remaining balance of $75,537.59 from Phase 2 subcontracts to the village's technical force account, reducing the Phase 2 subcontracts budget to 0 and Barton and LaJudas's total engineering fee from $535,770 to $460,232.41. The amendment correspondingly increases the authorized technical force account by $75,537.59, resulting in a revised authorized limit of $115,537.59.
Second.
That's the most complex motion
So,
I think I've ever.
Explanation,
about
when we embarked on this whole thing, we were going to use a contractor to do the potholing. Well, since we bought a machine that allows us to do the hydraulic excavation, we can now do it ourselves, so we're taking the money that Barton and LaJudas was going to give to a subcontractor, and it's gonna come back to us, and we're going to be reimbursed for all the work that our DPW is doing with the potholing with the new
Great.
machine.
Okay,
Cool. Thank you.
okay, we have a second?
Second?
Yeah.
Did we do a second?
Yes, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Number 8, motion to approve technical services change order number 1 from Labella Associates DPC dated July 6, 2026 for additional professional services associated with the Warwick Commons Stage 5 third-party building code review and inspections project in an additional amount not to exceed $2,000, consisting of $1,000 to complete the building code review for the clubhouse and $1,000 for additional building code reviews related to the gas to electric conversions for buildings 1 through 4, and authorize the mayor to sign the change order.
Okay,
Second.
okay. Any concerns, any issues with that?
I maybe just as a point of explanation, the contractor in buildings 1 through 4, we had already had Labella review the energy component of the contracts, and it was gas. And so they decided that they were gonna, for whatever their reasons were, change it to electric. So it required an additional review. The expectation is that, not the expectation, the developer will be billed for that $1,000 separate, because it's in addition to what the other fees were, because they decided they wanted to make a change.
Yeah.
And the other one, we're looking at this, doing the same thing relative to the costs, and billing the developer for that as well.
Okay. So we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the Village of Warwick's contribution of $750 toward the $1,500 rental of a 20-foot by 16-foot stage deck with stairs and skirting from Gizi Productions LLC for the Village of Warwick Summer Concert Series at Warwick Arts Fest on September 5th, 2026, with a rain date of September 6th, 2026, Wickham Works will pay the rental cost in full and shall be reimbursed by the village in the amount of $750 upon submission of a voucher and proof of payment.
Okay.
Second.
Okay.
So is this concert part of the concert series?
Yes.
Okay.
It is, and I just want to mention that normally we try to book Latin music for Hispanic Heritage Month, which is the end of September or middle of September, and because we sort of shortened our season and the availability of Tito Puente Jr., it's not falling directly within Hispanic Heritage, but we are excited for this band to be here for the Arts Festival.
Good. Okay. Any other?
Barry looks like he has more questions.
Barry, do you have more questions? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to grant permission to the Warwick Valley Community Center to hold an old-time children's festival in Stanley Deming Park on the east side of the creek, including the basketball court, as part of the 2026 Applefest Community Center event on Sunday, October 4th, 2026 from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. as per their letter dated July 20th, 2026. Set up to begin as early as Thursday, October 1st, 2026 through Saturday, October 3rd, 2026, and breakdown to be completed by Monday, October 5th, 2026. Request includes the use of village-owned picnic tables. Completed part permit, proof of insurance, and security deposit have been received.
Okay.
Second.
All in, oh,
Just a quick
go ahead.
question. So, and Raina, you probably would know more than anyone since you do the packets here. There's no parking in the Stanley Deming right on the field that day, right?
No,
There never
Mike knows
has
that.
been, right? Yeah,
No,
okay.
it's like Applefest.
Yeah.
Not during Afterfest,
Yeah.
okay. I think they said they're not doing the
No camel.
live animals? Okay.
No.
Just, those are the only questions I had. Thanks.
Okay. It's your front yard, so you need to know. We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to grant permission to the Warwick Merchants Guild to use Railroad Green on Thursday, August 20th, 2026 from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m., including the use of electricity in the park for the Ladies Night Out event. Completed park permit, proof of insurance, and security deposit have been received.
Do we have a second?
Second?
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Motion to, oh gosh, I'm sorry. Motion to grant permission to the Warwick Valley Central School District to hold a homecoming parade on Saturday, September 26, 2026, beginning at approximately 11:15 a.m. as per their letter dated August 26, 2026. The Warwick Police Department will assist with the event. Approval is pending receipt of insurance.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Well, do they have the route?
It's a standard route
It starts over here.
at the bus garage, goes
By
to,
the cemetery.
They reform by in front of the cemetery, Dawson Motors,
Right, okay.
and then come down Oakland, turn at Wheeler,
Oh, I see
back
the,
out on West Street.
I see page 52 has it, okay. Missed that one.
okay,
But it's the same as every year, basically, right?
basically, yes.
Yeah.
And please, no.
Okay.
Okay, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Mary?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve the budget modification request to transfer available appropriations for certain fiscal year 2025-2026 budget account lines per the village treasurer's memo dated August 6, 2026.
Second.
Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Motion to acknowledge receipt of the standardized notice form from the New York State Liquor Authority for an on-premises liquor license for Diamond Grade Media, Inc., located at 28 Church Street, Suite 17, Warwick, New York, 10990, and authorize the village clerk to submit a letter notifying the New York State Liquor Authority that there are no objections to this notification and application.
Okay.
Second?
Question for the attorney.
Mhm.
On the form, so the space, the suite number is being leased by another, is Diamond Grade Media, whose trade name is on here, is the one wanting the license, does not hold the lease to that unit.
And that unit is gonna be used, like, selling alcohol?
It's going to be a performance venue.
Okay,
And so as part of the performances, I guess they're gonna have food and drink available, or at least drink, obviously. I don't know about the food.
so the unit is not, gonna be occupied by Diamond Media? Is that what you're saying?
They're the, what would you call them?
They're probably a contractor to the performance group that has the lease on the,
Oh, Diamond Grade Media isn't the name on the lease, you're saying?
right.
Got it.
I think, yeah.
But they have to have some agreement as to their
Well, with
ability
the-
to.
They have a
occupy.
contractual agreement, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, there must be some agreement. I mean, we don't
Yeah.
have that information because this is pretty sparse stuff,
Yeah.
but,
So
you know,
you're
just-
concerned that they're the ones named on the liquor authority paperwork, but they're not,
they don't hold the
Right.
lease. They probably have some agreement with the leaseholder.
I would think that would be sufficient. But I mean, I can double check on that if you want me to.
Yeah, I have a question too. So this activity is allowed in this zone,
Okay,
but to date, it is really not a performance venue. So it's never gone through any real scrutiny by the building department. And my sense is that it's kind of putting the cart before the horse with a liquor license without real evidence that it's okay in terms of fire code. You know,
so this would be like a new operation in this space?
it is, yes.
And they don't have approvals from the village to
Well,
operate as such?
As a venue for the performance arts training, I think that's.
Right, it's a dance
I'm not
school, yeah.
sure how it was represented and whether there was anything, but, specific, but it doesn't appear that we have anything in the files right now
Okay.
that would say, this is the seating arrangement, this
Yeah.
is the parking associated
plan,
to
yeah.
satisfy the seating arrangement that exists on the property, and
Right.
and that, to the best of our knowledge at this point, doesn't exist, and so I think the mayor's
Yeah.
talked to the building inspector and wants to have him look into that. We're not trying to stop anything, because it would be allowed, but we just wanna make sure that whatever's done there is done in accordance with whatever codes exist that would require it, such as building code and fire code,
Right,
in terms of exits and those types of things.
so what needs to happen to get that going? Just have them apply to the building department?
Well, I guess it's going. I mean,
It is
Boris is gonna be.
Boris.
Yeah, Boris has reached
Okay.
out to them
Okay.
and is kind of doing his
Due
due diligence, yeah.
Yeah, and the motion is just to acknowledge receipt of it, so we don't have to make any.
Well, but we're waiving the 30 days.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't include that because they didn't request that.
Oh, they didn't?
No, and so that's not included in the motion.
Okay, so the motion is to just acknowledge receipt.
Just to acknowledge receipt then?
And then that there are no objections to this notification. So if you recall in the past, it would be either that there are objections that you
Well,
share, is that correct, Isabella? That's how the liquor authority
I'm not as
explained
familiar.
it to me.
Yeah, with this form.
So I don't know.
I mean,
Does our concerns, are they objections or
yeah.
does it give us time to work it out?
The way the liquor authority explained it to me a few years ago, when I really wanted to understand what was the board's process for these, they actually gave me the language, like even the language for the letter that we give to the applicant that has the, that they then pass to the liquor authority, with their stamped 30-day notice form, right? They
Right.
just need me to date stamp it.
Right.
And if the 30-day clock runs out and the board doesn't have any objections, then the state liquor authority moves forward with their review. But if you have objections, you put that in the letter that they have to pass to the liquor authority.
So my concern is, like I said, they're putting the cart before the horse in that they haven't really gotten approval to do this type of activity, even if it's just a nod of the head of the building inspector. So
Yeah.
if they move forward with a liquor license, and yet it doesn't pan out to be a venue. What does that mean? So I don't know, you know.
Is this in this case where they had advised me in the past, then you would say that there are objections? You would
Yes.
amend the motion to say there are objections, and then you would form a letter to the liquor authority?
Just notifying them that they haven't received approvals to be like up and running yet, just so the liquor authority
Yeah,
is aware
because,
of that.
because anybody that has come before us for a license or this activity or this waiver usually has a brick and mortar already set. It's already
Yeah.
there. And so it's not difficult to,
Well, and they're going in as a suite in that building, right?
yes.
So as far as I understand it, it's already Forge 28 Studios in that same suite, and they've put on productions there
That's where we've had our.
in the past. I've been to one.
Yeah,
So is it
that's
still,
our-
it's gonna
that's
be
our-
part of Forge 28, the
It-
Diamond
it-
Grade Media?
It's hard to
It's-
tell. I can't
I
tell
don't
by
know
the
what the
application.
name of this different suites are.
But it
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. I believe it is.
Yeah,
It's
so
a one
they've
building.
been building that out, like it's all, it's
it
pretty
is a
built out
performance
in
venue
there.
as I've seen
that's where-
something.
That's
Yeah.
our backup location for the summer concerts when there's rain.
Is that right? Okay.
But does that make it, I don't want to be picayune, but does that make it right? Because it was originally imagined as a dance school and.
And like a training center.
And a training center.
Well, I think it still is on the other side.
It is, but the performance part, which is, I think, a whole other activity, even though that it has happened to some degree, has not really been vetted by the building department. That's what I'm saying.
That makes sense, like you're concerned about fire code and safety and like, and
I mean, I think it's great
occupancy.
to have that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I see what
we
you're saying,
definitely
too.
need a venue.
'Cause-
We've been saying for
Yeah.
years that there is a need for a venue downtown, but like you're concerned about health and safety.
And doesn't the New York liquor, don't they require like a site plan or something as well? Or just the
No, I
village
don't- I
require
don't-
a site
no.
plan?
So you're just asking for them to slow down so that you can
Yeah.
confirm that the occupancy and the fire code and everything
That's it,
match and
yeah.
then.
I mean, it sounds sort of like a new use than who's
Yeah.
currently using it.
It's not really, I mean, I don't really fully understand all of this, but they have performances within the venue now. And so maybe it's to just add liquor to that. I
But
don't
why
know.
isn't it the Forge 40, what is it?
I think that
28.
my sense is that one business rents from the landlord, and then that business
Subleases.
subleases to anyone else who needs and wants
Yeah.
to rent the studio.
And that's where the Diamond Grade Media is now gonna be renting this one specific unit.
For events.
I think it's
I mean,
the place. It's
Yeah.
the space they rent for.
It's like a big space.
A
I've
few
never
events.
been there.
so the dance studio
Sure
does
is.
not have performances there. They have performances at the Sugarloaf Pack or whatever that, the theater out there.
They have had performances there. They did the Medusa performance there.
Yes, they have, yeah.
But who has
That was
the-
Core, that was the Core Theater Company.
Oh, okay.
Forge 28, I assume, has the planning board site plan approval. It's in their name.
It's in a large building that has multiple tenants
Okay.
in there, right? There's two different gyms. There's an
Yeah.
office. There's whatever. There's a dance studio, which kind of connects to this performance space.
But the planning board would have had to have
There's no-
approved the use of the space, no? I mean,
Yeah, I think that's
Commercial.
kind of what
No,
that's kind of what we're getting at, I feel like.
A building permit would have needed to be applied for alterations to the space inside, and then a certificate of occupancy on the basis of that, and it doesn't appear that we have any information that would lend itself to validate the use of it as a performance venue.
okay. Interesting.
So it sounds like maybe we just need
More
Boris
information.
to go out there and meet with them and talk to them and review the design and also better understand like what is the intention, like if the intention is to have 1,000 people in a space that's not built for it, then that's something that needs to get slowed down. If it's like they're envisioning having like small performances of 25 people and there's like liquor involved, that seems like that's different, right? Yeah, okay. I understand.
I'm sorry, I'm still a little confused here, because it's a general commercial building with different types of businesses allowed in there, right?
Nobody's saying it's not allowed.
Right. It's just a matter of, is this, well, because we were talking about building permits and site plans, and it just, I
Right.
No,
think that's all kind of irrelevant.
I think we do think that too. I think we're asking the building inspector to inspect it for its intent,
Yeah,
because that has not been done.
right. But
So-
that's-
And
it's-
if
and-
the intent includes gatherings of people, that was apparently never presented as one of
A use.
the things that was gonna go on in that space. And there are different codes associated with public gatherings. Relative, most importantly, probably fire codes. But bathroom requirements,
Emergency exit.
according to the state building code and the state fire code.
I also wonder if this is, because just Googling this Diamond Grade Media, they're like a full-scale production studio, and if they're doing stuff for Netflix and stuff, maybe they just want to be able to serve like people on set, you know, so figuring that out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we need to know that
yeah,
information.
that makes sense.
So there's our building inspectors is trained on New York State building codes, but then the New York State Liquor Authority has their own kind of requirements. I don't think we can expect him to know that. So that makes me wonder, is the onus on the village versus the applicant who's applying for the liquor? Do we have anything, I don't know if you know, anything in our code that is a hook for us to have to go out and inspect it if there's some kind of liquor application?
Isn't the
Not
building
the-
inspector able to do inspections of any commercial property at any point in time?
Well, for fire inspections,
And that's part of what we're asking.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's
If this is, if we don't know exactly how it's being used, Boris and the village should know how it's being used so that they can behave accordingly it has to have some kind of permit to operate. So right now, if it doesn't have a permit, it sounds like that needs to happen. Or-
permit
I think we
to
don't
operate.
know.
It has a permit, but not to operate the way
Right.
it appears they want
Which
to
that's-
operate and have been
We need
operating.
that, right.
So circling back,
I don't know, guys. I think we're talking about the liquor license,
Right.
and we can't tell them not to do, no one's gonna tell them not to do performances. It's just about the liquor license, so they just need that license and not a permit.
so
Right.
Tom, if Boris goes and inspects and sees that there's like not enough egress or,
There's
and
no public restrooms.
there's no public restrooms that are, I mean, if there's
fire
issues
exit.
and he can't say, yeah, here's your ticket, then
I get that.
then why would we then allow them to pursue a liquor license?
Yeah, and it'll probably
It's
be
reasonable.
fine. I've been in there a number
Yeah,
of
we've
times.
all
and
been there.
is
We
a
know-
lot of-
we know.
There is a lot of
See it
egress, but
documented.
it's
Just wondering how this
important to
backs up
do
to
the
the
due
code.
diligence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just want some more clarification and information. I
So
think
so
that's
there's
okay.
either you send this back with an objection, but then kind of add some red tape, or this tables for the time being to have the inspector go look at the premises with the intent of having a liquor license, almost like a bar.
Is that a better
Applied.
course of action? Because if there's no reason to alert of a problem.
Yeah,
if there
I would
isn't
rather
one.
table it.
Yeah.
And
Do you
then,
No,
push it out
it'd
2 weeks,
go-
then just
yeah.
let Albany run in circles as they do?
Well, I mean, that was my question too. Like, does the objection go to the applicant or does it go to the liquor authority?
it goes to the liquor authority. The
So-
letter goes to the liquor authority.
But then if we,
That's what Isabel said.
if we,
I thought she did say that. If we,
Who does the application, who does our letter go to?
It would be the liquor authority.
To the liquor
because that's
authority?
your-
Yeah.
But if
We
we
acknowledge
But if we
receipt to the
table
li-
it, will our objection then go to the applicant so he can give us like,
So
Yes.
the process that I do, just, I'm sorry, because the liquor authority told me,
Yeah.
as far as how, whatever the letter says, the
Mhm.
letter to the New York State Liquor Authority gets passed to the applicant
okay,
for them to submit with their proof that they filed this with us, that they provided the municipality with 30-day notification. And the way that it was explained to me through the liquor authority is that they submitted it on August 7th. So once the 30 days pass, then if you submit no objections at all, then it just moves forward with the liquor authority. So if you're going to table it, you just want to be aware of the time frame.
So could we say pending no adverse findings by the building inspector?
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And that way he can get out there within the next few days and look at it and then,
Again, the
Yeah, 'cause I'm
burden's
sure
not
he
on the
has that.
building inspector, the burden's on the applicant or the person who is renting it to show us what the plan is, and then that plan gets compared to the code.
it's interesting because you don't typically send out the building inspector unless there's a building permit for which there are fees.
Oh, no, we send them out for many things other than.
Well,
Yeah.
fire inspections and stuff, which
Yeah.
are fees, but.
To check on stuff, like when somebody is
Complaints,
questioning
yeah.
whether or not there's a code violation, you know, and so in this particular case, there's a concern, there just is a desire to double check, like whether the use is in alignment with like the structure of the building and all of that.
Okay, so should I reform this motion, reread it with, at the end, pending, how would you like me to word this? Isabel, pending no.
Yes, submit a letter
adverse-
notifying the New York State Liquor Authority that there are no objections to this notification application pending approval from village building inspector
Okay,
of adherence to New York code.
okay, so I will make a motion to acknowledge receipt of a standardized notice form from the New York State Liquor Authority for an on-premises liquor license for Diamond Grade Media, Inc., located at 28 Church Street, Suite 17, Warwick, New York, 10990, and authorize the village clerk to submit a letter notifying the New York State Liquor Authority that there are
Oh,
no
yeah.
objections to this notification
Yes.
and application pending approval from the village building inspector. What's the last part you said?
That the operation is in compliance with New York.
That the operation is in compliance with New York State Building and Fire Code.
second, as amended.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and that's the last motion. There is no addendums, correct? Barry, do you have a
Yeah,
report?
I mean, I'd just like to go off of what Chief said about National Night Out. I think it was a tremendous success, and I just want to give a big thank you, as he did, to the DPW for the prep work, the cleanup work, but most importantly, having, I don't know, what do we have, 6 or 7 pieces of equipment there that the kids were climbing all over and really enjoyed. And what?
And a comic book or.
Well,
And a
I was
comic
gonna get to that. And also this year, for the first time, we had comic books that were, coloring books, not comic books, coloring books that were distributed to the kids. And I believe we still have some here in Village Hall, so if you missed National Night Out, feel free to stop in Village Hall and get a coloring book for your kids, or 2.
Or
Yeah.
for
It was
yourself.
great.
And that was a collaboration of Mike Finelli, Assistant DPW Supervisor, and Mary Calora.
Yeah.
And thank
It
you.
was a fun project
Yeah.
to work
Good
on.
project.
Thank you both. All right, I have 2 items to report out. One is the 2026 Village of Warwick Recreation Summary reported by Ron Introini, our Recreation Director. The 2026 Village of Warwick Recreation Programs had another successful summer. There were 877 children enrolled throughout the 8 programs. The village hired 59 employees to help run the programs, and this is also the second year that the village used a new registration program, and that made the registration process easier than ever. It was a very busy summer. This is also the 3rd summer that we allowed children to register weekly to get more children involved. There were not any children on the wait list this summer, and tie-dyeing shirts was a big hit. There were tournaments during the park program for soccer, basketball, dodgeball, home run derby, spike ball, touch football, and also they finished up the park program with their annual talent show. The winners received recreation champion t-shirts. All of the specific, the sport-specific programs, which include tennis, football, soccer, lacrosse, track, cheerleading, and basketball, were very successful in teaching children basic skills of the sport, rules of the game, and game participation. Olympic week at the track program was a huge hit, and every child received a track ribbon, and medals were handed out to the winners of the various events. As summer is coming to an end, the Village of Warwick Recreation Department would like to thank the Village of Warwick, Town of Warwick, and Orange County Youth Bureau for their supporting funds for the programs. And the department would also like to thank the Village Board, recreation staff, parents, and children who all played an important role in making this a safe and successful summer for our recreation programs.
That's great.
So that was great. I also have an update on the Safe Streets for All program. So that townwide transportation safety action plan is entering a new phase in which we're in the process of developing solutions. So this last phase conducted sort of a townwide risk assessment and also looking at the individual villages, conducted a lot of community engagement, crash analyses. And so now we're in a new phase where they're developing draft solutions for each of the hot spots that have been identified. We will have another round of public engagement in the fall to review those recommendations, and also would really love feedback from DPW on whether or not they're going to be working. We did submit a grant application, I think I mentioned this before, for sidewalks and improvements down West Street. I hope that we'll hear back about that in the fall, so there's a lot of activity in the fall. And then just like there are coloring books up at Village Hall, we also have Slow Down Warwick stickers and magnets. So I've gotten some good feedback about the impact of the magnets on the back of cars. I have 2 on my car. But you can pick them up at Village Hall, and then our interns are also going to be sharing those with the other villages and also the towns. So hopefully we run out fast and we'll order more, and then every vehicle within the town has a Slow Down Warwick magnet on it. That's the vision.
Will the Warwick Wiener Company have magnets?
You can put it on the caboose.
Oh, and I guess one final
And
update.
coloring books.
We have, so we are still planning to attempt to get some of the roadway painting projects completed this fall. We have been sort of trapped in this loop for the National Environmental Protection Act, NEPA approvals. And so we just submitted like the final requested information today, and hopefully that will be reviewed over the course of the next week or so. So if there is a big delay in the approval, we're going to have to push those projects to the spring. But if we can get them in before, the end of September, I think we're going to try. So,
That's great.
especially during, because we really want them
We've
to
got a
be
lot
there.
going on in the fall, too. So
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we really want them actually in before school starts. So we're running out of time.
we are. The clock
Yeah.
is ticking fast. Yeah.
Yeah, at least one. Maybe we can get one in.
Mary?
Yeah, tomorrow is a senior picnic at the town park. It begins at 11 a.m. We hope to see you there. I will be there serving. It's one of my favorite events of the year. And I am the village liaison to senior citizens. So please, if you see me there, introduce yourself, say hi, ask me anything. And very different from that, I've been working with the youth and Wickham Works working towards an event which will be a punk prom on November 13th, which is also Friday the 13th, which is a good day to have a punk prom. So I've been working with Chris Webb, some of our teen residents, and Wickham Works. That will be at the Warwick Valley Community Center. If you have any interest in helping us plan that, please reach out to me.
That's great.
That's it.
Tom?
No report?
Nope.
No punk proms.
No pump songs. I have just a few things. I wanted to mention, and I started to mention this when the chief was after he was giving his report, just the engagement with youth this summer in the village. And, the community center has something called SILO, which is the Summer Youth Leadership Academy. Then there's a police academy. In Village Hall, we've had a record amount of interns working this summer. They're mostly college students, and we had 2 engineering interns, or no, actually more, 2. Oh. And then we had 3 records management.
2 part-time records clerks.
2
and
part-
1 office intern.
One
that
office
was working
intern.
on records
Okay,
management.
okay.
4 Safe Streets for All interns.
Yes.
And 4 safe streets for all. So we had a lot.
It's a lot.
We should have had a graduation.
We should have. Oh man, is it too late?
But on top of that, we also had about 15 high school students who were involved with the Patriots Path project, doing research all summer long on different eras, historical eras, and just what was going on during each period of time that we will be describing in the Patriots Path. And that was done. We reached out to the high school at the last week of school, and I spoke to 2 of the history teachers, and they said, "Oh, you know what? We have some really involved young men and women who really love history. They may want to get credit this summer." And they put this program together, and these young men and women worked the entire summer on this project, and they gave us a presentation that was outstanding. And then also with DPW, we have our summer seasonal employees as well. So we're hitting a lot of notes, but mostly what I see is just this real community of youth engagement and how important that is. And through this activity, they get to see the workings of government in the best ways possible. Local government, where they really feel that they can make a difference and they can have an impact. And so I'm just very proud of that. Every department seems to be doing their work in terms of making that happen, and the outreach. And all of our grants seem to connect youth to what we're aspiring to do. So I just want to mention that. I did give a rather long project update on all the projects that we're working on this summer, where we are with all of them. And if you go to the village's website, you can read it, because it's it's like 3 pages. I'm not going to do that to you tonight. But what it does show, though, is for a small village, we do a great deal of work, and it's done with this real sense of vision and sense of trying to better this community, and it never stops, it seems. We're always looking to that next level, or that next horizon, or that next project to make what we've grown on, or what the foundation of the things that we've done to get to that next place. And I want to thank the board for their commitment to that. I think it shows in every way. And so I just want to say I'm grateful to be part of this board, but it's also, I think it shows in the work that's happening in this village. And throw on top of the New York State DOT doing all their work. Well, it never stops. But so that's what I wanted to say tonight. So I think that was it. We can open it up to the public. Any more?
Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's all Mary's fault.
Liaison to youth too.
Liaison to you. So can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love this. This is so cute.
It's great.
Thanks.
Your daughter designed it, right?
It says
love
JK.
That's our dog.
Johnny Karate.
Oh, I thought it was like you're joking,
Not yet.
JK.
Johnny
Matches
Karate.
your backside too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cute.
that's really cute.
Oh, I was gonna bring
How old's your
something
daughter?
in.
21.
21 and she designed it. That's great.
It's so good.